Thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution. We talk about everything crypto daily. Jumping right into the market today in crypto. Bitcoin, man, we got so much to talk about. It's like FUD Central. I got some setups. A lot of them are short setups. They're dependent on what happens Sunday night, Monday morning, looking for a move out of Bitcoin. Who's this guy? Joe Biden, President of the United States, leads a critical call for game-changing global Bitcoin and crypto rules after the FTX collapse. Does this make people worry about crypto? Bitcoin, rules, regulations, new things coming. I mean, is this going to initially shake the market? Was my thought. And so we'll see what happens. But these charts will give me all the news in the world. I'll trade these charts and win a lot more than trying to trade news, because it's just news happens unexpectedly, right? You don't really have an advantage. But what we have talked about multiple times is the fact that Bitcoin was in this descending triangle, broke to the downside with volume, and the measured move is now down here at 12,000, 13,000. Now, will we go here first, or will we bounce and then go to the downside, right? For this entire idea to be dismantled, you need the bulls to break above this level, 20,000. Otherwise, Bitcoin downside quite probable. ES1, so this is S&P E-mini futures. We talk about this all the time. Right now, every time the price action has run up here to this inflection point, you've seen pullbacks. And so even though there was some talk about possibly the Fed not raising the rates, 75 basis points, really there's a lot more harm possible in under tightening than over tightening. And so what will we see? The Fed is going to raise the rates again at the next FOMC meeting. And so how is that going to affect the market? But right now, ES1 is potentially at the top. And so again, you get a pullback. The support doesn't hold. There's downside ideas. Okay. Now, if this breaks out and upside, this can save the day. But is that going to happen? Ask yourself. Bitcoin CME Futures closed right here and opened right here. That means it gapped to the downside. Now there's about 12, 13, 14 gap trading strategies that say, hey, at some point this price action is going to come back up here and refill the gap. Might happen next week, might happen tomorrow, might happen next month, might happen 12 months from now. I missed so many good trades because of these gaps, like waiting for these gaps to get filled and hey, this is possibly going to happen, that I pretty much ignore these gaps. But understand that there's stock market gap trading is definitely very common. But Bitcoin CME Futures has just been in this tightening range, potentially a triangle, moving sideways, not really doing much, looking for a move out of Bitcoin. Okay, you lose this mid-range right here, this last support level. I'll move it up a little bit. You could test range lows down here at 14,920. All right, so be careful if you're holding longs. I've got some amazing shout outs to give in my trading group. This person, he said, I need to find the deed to my house that I bought while I was in your group. He was living in his in-laws basement. He joined the trading group. And he was taking care of his dad for a couple of years as well. And so he's kind of struggling to get by. And at this point, he bought a house while living in a basement. Just think about that. This person, first time yesterday, I'm up $1,000 in one day. This person realized $8,000 in profits in the past 30 days. This person, he said, I decided to take my money and see what happens from the sidelines. I made $5,000 in profit in about a week. I had so many people rejoining the group, coming back to where the money is made. We're going to continue the discount. So right now it's 60% off if you pay in crypto, and an additional $100 off. I'm going to make sure you're in the best setups, period. Go over to my website, cryptorev.net. Join. If you have any questions about joining, send me an email. cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. Banger after banger posted in the trading group. Remember, when you can make money in this market going both ways, everything changes. I got so many people coming back to the group, it's ridiculous. Banger Central, ETH. Talked about this, so we had a weekly screen share meeting where I went live for about an hour and talked in depth about these ideas. But ETH, all this fun about ETH we got to cover. So I posted a short idea ETH to the downside, right? If it retests, you'd see more downside. ETH has hit target 1, and I mean, potentially breaks this level. Could come down here to 1100, 1076, but FTX funds are on the move as the thief that hacked the exchange, possibly an inside job, who knows, but what's happening is some Ethereum is being converted to Bitcoin. And there's a lot of reports that the funds are stolen from FTX. They're actually sent to the Securities Commission of the Bahamas, and they're saying, hey, that's false. So a lot of misreports about this, but one thing that is happening is you're seeing ETH converted to Bitcoin and potentially being sold off. Also, you're seeing, so this is the FTX account. This is the hacker's account. He's got 200,000 Ethereum in his accounts that he's trying to dump onto the market. So that's the ETH FUD, and it's not good, and ETH is down based on this idea, potentially. Obviously, you've got a bearish pattern right here. I mean, you got this descending triangle breaking to the downside. It's not too uncommon to, 64% chance, and then you just think about what's going on with Bitcoin. So you have seen this hit target 1. Even on low leverage, you're up 10% on ETH. But again, FTX hacker, ETH FUD, that's what we've been dealing with today. MATIC, I gave you guys MATIC on a YouTube video just talking about the short idea and breaking to the downside. Potentially you could see a lot lower prices. Now we have seen MATIC break to the downside. If we measure the move, you know, if you're just trading like the 3x leverage tokens, you're up 27% on this trade. 3x leverage tokens on Kucoin, simple to trade. Buy it, and if the price of the asset goes down, you make the money times 3. That's what we're trading, and it's not that hard. When you get to the level where, hey, let me trade with leverage, like once you get your skill level up, you can trade with leverage. I'm not saying trade with more leverage, but you have more coins you can trade with futures on margin and whatnot. But again, you have larger cap coins. You can take ETH and throw 3 or 5x leverage behind it, and next thing you know, you're making, on small moves, you're making 15%. On MATIC, you're making 30% or more, right, with a little bit of leverage. So this is the DXY. The DXY completely dumped, and now you've got this shoulder, head, shoulder. This thing breaks above this level. The DXY bounces, stocks take a hit, okay? Stocks take a hit, and if stocks take a hit, I'm looking for crypto to take a hit as well. So the DXY bounce would be bad for Bitcoin and crypto. Everything's going to unfold tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Expect a move over the next 24 hours out of Bitcoin, altcoins, stock market. So Tether comes out, and they said in a few minutes, Tether's going to coordinate a third party to perform a chain swap. So they're going to move Tether from Solana blockchain, red flag for Solana, to Ethereum. We're going to move it back to Ethereum. 1 billion USDT. Total supply is not changing. They're just moving it from one blockchain to the next, right? Blockchains are like train tracks, right? You send something to the wrong train tracks and you lose your money, but this is a coordinated move. And why is this happening? At one point, Alameda was a large issuer of USDT. So probably happening on Solana, right? And so again, Tether's like, hey, this doesn't affect us. One thing about Tether is, you know, everybody in crypto wants decentralization, but I saw the 3rd largest exchange hack ever. And if you lost millions of dollars in USDT, USDT will freeze the USDT in a second, and they'll give the money back to who it belongs to, the exchange. And so, yeah, it's not decentralized, but if you get hacked for USDT, then you can get it back. I mean, also, Tether has a situation where you can pay 10%. Like if you send $1 million to the wrong address, you can pay 10%, and they will make it good. They'll fix it, right? I mean, it's going to cost you $100,000, but you get $900,000 of your $1 million back. Bottom line is, why is Tether doing this? Why are they moving $1 billion off of SOL? Obviously, there's this idea with FTX. And so if we move all this stuff out of the way, I gave you guys a short idea back here. And there was a falling wedge previously, and it broke higher and kind of rolled over. Well, now it's back down here and it's losing this level. So are you going to see a Solana dump down to $9, $8, $6, $4? And so it's all about to play out. This is just the idea and the talk in the market right now. Bottom line is this: I'm looking for a Bitcoin move over the next 24 hours. Like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment in the comment box. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.